Okay, so let me guess, you're beginner-ish. You heard about the major scale before, but you don't really know why it's important to practice actually. And you've tried it before on the guitar, but only rather complicated fingerings. Now the fact that you would need to practice these complicated fingerings in all 12 keys without you knowing why it kind of like turned you off. Am I about right? I admit it, if I told you now that there is a simple fingering that you can use for all 12 keys that covers the entire fretboard, you would call me a liar. And I couldn't even blame you. I mean, you've been bombarded with magic trick after magic trick, all promising to somehow turn you into a fantastic guitar player overnight. It turns out some things on the guitar are actually simple. Let me give you the reason why and then we can jump into it. There are actually so many I have to read them. It's a great foundation for your music theory. It's the basis for many melodies. It's essential for improvisation. It helps in understanding chord construction. It helps you improve finger dexterity. It helps you improve fretboard navigation. It helps in learning other scales. It'll develop your ears. It'll improve playing accuracy, timing, rhythm. I mean, are you convinced now that's a good thing to keep watching and learning the major scale? Awesome, let's do it. Now let's actually slow down a bit. I tapped out all the major scales. You can download them for free down below. By the way, my name is Florian. I've been teaching guitar since 2007 and you find me on highguitar.com. Now the first thing that I want to show you is the G major scale in 1 octave. So I start on the low G here, 3rd fret, thickest string with my middle finger, and I have middle and index on the string, both are pressing down the string. For the next note I add pinky and ring finger. So when I play the second note of the scale, I have all 4 fingers lined up on the E string, all pressing down together, but keep it very light, keep the touch light. Then the next one, I just line up the fingers again, I just add more fingers to the string. And then when I do the string change, what I do is, the moment I play the new string, I lift all fingers off of the old string. Have a look. And then I just add more fingers. And then all the way down, I just need to take away fingers because they're already on the string. This is really important. It'll make your guitar playing very efficient. Also keep your fingers always very close to the fret wires because we don't want that sound here, the buzzing sound. We want that clear, clean sound. That's what we want. That's why you need to put all fingertips, no matter where you play, right next to the fret wire so that you feel the fret wire at your fingertip. And keeping your fingers close to the strings, close to the fretboard is very important because it'll make your guitar playing very efficient. When you watch someone that is good and fast on the guitar play, it almost, not just almost, it never looks like that. They never throw their fingers away like that. It just doesn't work like that. It looks always very efficient and almost like they're doing nothing. So this is really important. Let me play the entire scale for you again. Now here comes the cool part. Quick tip, because I've seen it so often. All these details are important, but there are a lot. They can be a bit overwhelming. Put your fingers here and do this and that and next to the fret wire and keep your wrist straight and good posture. All that kind of stuff can be a bit much. Now my point is this: if you don't have a teacher to correct you, then come back to the video and watch it again because you will pick up new details every single time. It's also good for me, but it's also good for you. Now the cool thing is this, that one single simple fingering can cover the entire fretboard. Let's see how this works. Now the pattern I just showed you in G goes from G to another G. So we start on G, but we also end on G. So if this is G right under my pinky here, I can put my middle finger there and start the pattern over again. Just the same, except for now G to B string. This is the only exception because these two here have a different distance than all other sets of strings. You have to add another fret and then you can continue your pattern. So I end on G again. So I can put my middle finger here and start over again until I run out of strings. How cool is that? Let me show you again. So you start on G, all the way up to another G. I replace that pinky with my middle finger and start the pattern over again. Add another fret here. And again I'm on a G here, so you start over again with my middle finger. It's insane how big of a range of notes you can cover with that one simple fingering. Now here's what to do. You'll find that for free tapped out down below. Number one, you play the G major scale, 1 octave only, slowly up and down, get comfortable with the fingering, aim for a good sound. It's not about the speed. Then number two, you play all 12 major scales, 1 octave only. Number three, you play the G major scale again, but this time across the fretboard. Get comfortable with the fingering, slowly up and down, and aim for a good sound. And then finally, you play all 12 major scales across the entire fretboard. Enjoy practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.